we will need to get over here, and I'm not quite sure where I... What happened to you now? What have you done? How did you even let yourself into here? Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to beautiful Satisfactory with me, Spacefish. And welcome to this beautiful, beautiful sunrise above this beautiful, beautiful planet on which we have our beautiful, beautiful, huge flippin' MEGAFACTORY. Which, well, we worked on a good bit in the last episode, actually expanding things. We had a bunch of research done in the last bunch of episodes as well, and we've got a whole lot of things that we do now need to produce. One of them being the versatile frameworks that we are, of course, trying to make here. We've also got encased steel beams. I think that was pretty much the next thing I wanted to make after, because it facilitates, well, no, it doesn't facilitate, it just allows us to get Mark II miners, which I think for this MEGAFACTORY is very much a necessity at this point, because we will definitely need more iron distributed among this MEGAFACTORY just to be able to speed up our production more, of course, to make more different things there. So that is a bigger priority to do, and I think we've got a source of, well, what did we even use for it? What was the material called? Yes, a source of limestone. That was it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got like limestone over here somewhere. Yep, right there. So that should be good. But for the start, we are going to go and work on actually making those versatile frameworks. Now, both of these mats coming in at different kind of sides of this factory is, of course, not the most favourable thing in the world for me, but given that I've already, you know, actually finally turned the factory walls inside out right here, we could do something like this, and I feel that we are very much going to do just that. So I'm not going to place these conveyor walls everywhere, but, you know, we're going to do a fair few of them right here, and that should be nice and fancy. And ideally we would even just want to make a conveyor lift. No, not like that. What was the turning button again? Scrolling. Okay, nice and easy. So yeah, this kind of being the idea right here, and that kind of having to go again for a second. And you don't like that? Why would you do that to me? Okay, maybe we are gonna redesign that real quick and actually make it go out this way, and then we can have like a nice bit of a hopefully very nice and symmetrical curve going in right into that lift. Boop. And then we'll have that going around the outside, because of course that needs to go into the... did I construct that the wrong way around now? Seriously? That is kind of annoying indeed. That is kind of really annoying indeed. We will have to kind of do that again then. Just so like the conveyor direction is actually correct and things flowing the right way. Hello? What are you trying to... What is the game trying to do right now? What in the world? Look at this. This is weird. Maybe because I misplaced that lift right there, so let's try that again. This is actually more annoying than it needs to be, isn't it? Like that? Yeah? No? Still not. Still not correct. At the very... No. Why is this not attaching as I want it to? See if I do it there, but if I place it like this, you know, it's not up against the wall, but I cannot put it up against the wall for some reason. Because then it sinks into the wall, but I can... How do I solve this issue now? You know, that's very weird, to be honest. It's very weird indeed. And the issue being here that it's kind of like this is the out. And that's of course not the way that I want to construct it. I want to construct the other way around. So I need to start from the bottom, but I cannot put it up properly at the bottom. I'm kind of being a bit annoyed right now. Not gonna lie. Can we like make this happen somehow, please? Or nah. I'm gonna construct this for the time being. Just do something that actually works before I get too annoyed by the other thing. You know, that's all fine. You know, that's the idea. That's great and all, and we can probably put up some walls as well to kind of close that off and not make the whole conveyor belt stick out. And you know, that's gonna look nice and good and everything. But how do we get the things up there now? Like, because that's a bit weird. Like, the issue being that I can, of course, attach it if I start like this. But in that case... Oh, okay. Ah, okay. So I kind of just solved it for myself. Okay, good news. So, basically, if you ever encounter that issue, just build the conveyor belt first. Then if you attach this to the conveyor belt and pull it from the top to the bottom, it still kind of just keeps the direction of that conveyor belt. So... good news right there. Are you for flipping real? Why does the conveyor belt have an invalid shape now? It just fed into that. Oh boy. Sometimes all the things just go wrong, guys, don't they? We're gonna try and pull this out a bit more and then, you know, have like a sharp curve turning into that, which actually makes it symmetrical. So that's good news. That should actually push all this stuff to over there and then around here, and that is nice and fancy. So what we will need now, of course, is going to be a constructor, which I should no, not a constructor but an assembler, but I do have all the stuff for that, so we're going to put that up right here. And I'm going to kind of intentionally leave a bit of space here because, you know, I would just have this bump into the wall and well now into the conveyor, so I wouldn't be able to place it symmetrically, and you all know how much I love my symmetry. So we're going to do this here instead. And yeah, then that should be nice and fancy in just a minute here. Just going to be pulling out the conveyors. No, not like that. I need to actually pull it out to a different spot right here. Gonna make it nice and symmetrical, and then we will need lift and stuff, so let's go and get that going as well, just like that. Gonna take a nice curve straight into there, and that's perfectly, nicely, beautifully aligning that all. Now the one thing that I'm still missing up here would be power, so I need to actually take care of getting that here, but other than that, you know, we've got all the stuff here to finally make versatile frameworks, which should be great. I'm also just going to quickly place like my usual system here of like, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to need versatile frameworks for something, you know, so who knows, but I'm going to place a splitter just in case, like I usually do it. Just so, you know, in case that moment comes, I don't need to pull everything apart again, and I don't have... Oh, I already have a splitter even, which is perfect. But yeah, and I don't have, like, a huge container full of these goods that I just don't have the space for in my inventory, but I still need to pull apart somehow, so... You know, we're gonna just prepare for that, and I think I'm running out of metal plates, which I really don't quite appreciate. But... storage container also needs metal plates, so good news right there. I'm out of metal plates, and I'll have to go and grab some, so, you know, I need to actually, by the way, really research jump pads now. Like, the MEGAFACTORY is so high, I would really appreciate if I would just have, like, a goo pad down there, and then I can just yeet off the top of the factory into the goo pad and, you know, be done with it. Or, you know, have a jump pad right here and go, like, all the way out there in one jump. Not sure if that's doable, but maybe from this altitude it is. So one way or another, I think that is something that we should get going as well, like some sort of jump pad, goo pad network. But you know, I guess something like this is viable as well, you know, just staring into the eye of death while I yeet down. But I'm gonna go grab some iron plates. I'll be back with you up there when I've got all the mats we need. Alright, back up here we are. I've got the rest of the mats hopefully taken care of. So let's go and get the storage container finally set up. We do also have the bigger one now, so honestly you'd probably also just consider using that from now on, but I really am not quite sure I need that for the frameworks right now, so I don't know, we're going to stick with this one for the time being. If we're ever going to find out that, you know, by some weird miracle we need an insane amount of these, we'll go do it, but for the time being I'll do that. Now I'll pull the splitter out right here, I think, just because, well, we're not going to place anything right here anyways, and well, if I need to pull this out to a different floor, we can just have like a conveyor hole in the wall right here and then have a lift right up. So it should hopefully keep it nice and clean. Now power, we will need to get over here, and I'm not quite sure where I... What happened to you now? What have you done? How did you even let yourself into here? What in the world? Sometimes, you know, it's just weird. I think we're going to use this lookout. No, I mean we can't, because we're eventually going to pull down the lookout tower, so I cannot really use it to pull that power line up. I mean, I don't know. I guess we're going to put it here. I really don't like power lines going through walls, to be honest, but like I don't think we've got an alternative to doing this, so yeah, we're gonna do it like this for the time being. If anybody knows that we do have some sort of alternative I'm not quite aware of, please let me know down below. Am I really out of... Since when do you need wires for power lines? Did they change that? Usually you only need cables. Oh. I need wires for an actual pole? Then. Okay, well anyways. This works, which I would have liked to have another pole right there, but given that I want to get this going, I guess that is fine, and the first few things are going to start rolling into here, and we've got enough steel beams, and this is all going to be fine and fancy and awesome, and we're going to be making some nice versatile frameworks right here. And you can see that we're easily overfilling this, which, I mean, let's see if we can, in the long run, keep up with this. If we start pulling out steel beams for other things too, like the encased thingamajiggies. But, well, for now, you know, that's good. But speaking of that, I think we will need a conveyor splitter right here, probably, and then we'll put another assembler right here. And then we'll actually bring up some lime, well not lime, oh yeah, we need to bring up some limestone, make that into concrete and then put it into there. But yeah, we will need a splitter here eventually. So I'm thinking we should probably consider instantly upgrading this lift here. And like whatever is attached to it down below. Just to make sure that we can actually provide enough of these steel beams for both of these productions. So I think I should have enough. Let me do that. You know, I was graciously shown by a viewer that I can just click this thing and it basically instantly upgrades. So thanks a lot for that. Really appreciate it. But yeah, we will go and look down below. I don't think I've really got the amount of steel plates I need for a proper upgrade right here. So we will probably not be able to do it. I mean, we can do this part, we won't be able to do this part, so you know, doesn't really have an effect for us, but we will go and grab some more reinforced steel plates, and most importantly, we'll go down below now and we'll actually set up the miner for the limestone, I think, so we can get that going. At which level? I think my reinforced iron plates are at the very bottom floor, aren't they? It's like... This thing is becoming so big, I'm losing the overview of what's where, to be honest. But yeah, so you can see right here, this is all still nicely stacked up, which is great news. And this is actually really filling up fast now, so that is also great, because we can probably just honestly ditch Mark 1 conveyors and just do Mark 2s. Like, at some point soon now. I would want to upgrade this production a bit more, just to ensure that we've kind of got the max potential used, if that makes sense. But well, Well, for now, that is really, really nice indeed. That said, I want to make another miner for the limestone thingy, and I think I should have the necessary equipment workshop for the portable miner. Right here, I do indeed. So we're going to go and make one of these, because we will need that. I will make it a Mark 1 for miner for now, because of course I don't really have the stuff for the Mark 2, but I'm pretty sure we're going to quickly upgrade that. And we're probably also going to upgrade the limestone miner at our base, just to ensure that we've kind of got more concrete left over for our construction. Because, I don't know why, but like limestone is really slow for mining. It's like, what? Seriously now? It's, I don't know, it's like very, very slow. It's basically 45 a minute, I think, which is, like, I think the base, no, it's 45 with an overclock even, so I think it's like 30 a minute, which the base for my iron is like 60, so yeah, not really too great. I don't have enough space to pick up limestone, which is kind of annoying, because I really want to. Well, I don't want to keep it, of course, but I need to get rid of this pile of rocks. I'm gonna leave that there, I'm gonna pick it up again after, I guess. But yeah, so I really need to get rid of this pile of rocks so I can actually place my miner on top of it. So let's do that real quick. Which takes absolute ages. Jesus Christ. Do you guys remember the first minutes of the game when we actually used to do this? Ah, good memories, isn't it? With that said, I'm gonna go and, buy limestone. I'm gonna go and grab our leaves again. And which I should honestly also get into the biomass production, but, well, that's something for a later point. For now, though, let's go to production. Let's grab, well, not a Mark II miner, unfortunately. Let's grab a Mark 1 for now, and I'm encroaching something's clearance. Oh, it's just because the rock is kind of close. Okay, so we'll have to kind of choose this orientation, which is totally fine. And I'm going to have to actually think where I want to bring this up. I'm feeling I may actually want to bring it up at the back here. Because we're going to have a constructor that makes thingamajig first. With thingamajig being concrete. So we may be bringing it up there, honestly. I think that is probably the way to go. Then again, we don't really have a... No, I think we're going to bring it up to the right. Because at the right side, we can build like more of these conveyor walls. That we can then kind of subsequently also use to... oh, I need to connect this to power. That we can then also subsequently use to actually funnel things around and keep it looking a bit cleaner. Now, is this in range? Please tell me, because I don't have any wires. It is. Okay, so that thing can start mining. I'm actually already getting us some limestone. And we will be actually changing this whole belt, because it should be, honestly, a Mark II conveyor belt. Then again, given that we've got a base of limestone for 30, is it 30 over here too? Yeah, okay, we don't need a Mark II. Because honestly, even with a Mark 1, I'm pretty sure the Miner Mark 2 kind of doubles the production speed, basically. Which it indeed does. You know, it depends on your resource node purity, but all the limestone resource nodes I've found so far are not all too pure, unfortunately. So yeah, it'll be 60 a minute, and a Mark 1 conveyor belt can easily still handle that. Now I'm going to pull the conveyor belt up here if I can. Kind of going to pull it up there, and then we're going to... Oh god, fall off the thing. Which was not a plan, but kind of just going to pull it across this, if this makes sense, and then we're going to go and put that here for now. Now we'll need to actually go up and kind of find out where I want to place what. So we're going to go and do that, and then we're going to pull this up from below, and this is going to take me absolute ages getting up here, so I'll be back once I'm finally at the top. We really need some jump pads. Alright, and back we are here at the top. So I think we want to actually have our assembler right here, because like we are pulling in the steel right there, and we do need that, of course, so that makes sense to have it kind of in the middle of things. And Jesus Christ, we're close to that thing at this point. I really wonder what starts to happen once my MEGAFACTORY is actually that high up. Is it just gonna glitch through? Is it gonna avoid it? Is it gonna destroy it all? I'm really wondering, because like this thing's path seems to be fixed, so that is gonna be an interesting topic. We'll see about that. For now though, I'm gonna go grab a constructor, and we're gonna be actually making, we could be making the concrete right here too, like that. I think I'm gonna do it like that. We're gonna be pulling in the limestone right here, and we're gonna get the concrete out right there. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So basically the idea being here, and let me show you. So we will have our conveyor wall right here. Then we will go and grab like standard walls, of course, which will close off everything right here. And then we do need our trusty conveyor walls, which we're now using more and more, and I really like to see that, but I still need to turn out the whole entire factory because I built it the wrong way around. But we're going to grab these basically, and we're going to have them around here-ish. Need to kind of see where to exactly place lifts, but this is actually a bit of a worry. Okay, maybe we're gonna tear this down here and make this a normal wall. We're kind of gonna have a lift right here. Ah, God. Okay, this may not be working out the way I wanted it to, so that's never great. But we'll figure out a way. I'm gonna. If I put a lift right here, does it? Yeah, it blocks that. Okay. So, how exactly do I want to fix that? We could pull this a bit further out this way, have that here, have the conveyor. Okay, I think we're gonna need like 3 conveyor walls. Oh, this is gonna be a bit of OCD tinkering. I'm sorry for it, but you know me. I need to perfect these kinds of things. Well, at least as good as possible for what I'm trying to achieve here. So this is going to be our in-lift. It's kind of going to be a bit of an issue because it's going to block off our stairs, but I guess we can go around here, so it's not that bad, and we can always jump across the conveyors. So, you know, it's workable. And we will go and grab this conveyor lift right here, which then kind of subsequently is potentially actually misplaced. So what I would actually like to do is something like this more, and that's going to make it way easier for us because we can do this, and then we can have the other conveyor right there, and that's going to all solve it nicely for us. So this conveyor here, of course, being kind of pulled out straight for the time being to here, I think. May have been a bit early, yeah. So to no. That was wrong too. It's always kind of, you know, hard memorizing where you need to put things to actually have the perfect turn to where you place things in the middle. But that is kind of what I wanted to do. And then that, and then that. Now you see, it's all nice and very nicely OCD straight for me. So that is always great. Now this thing, unfortunately, I won't be able to quite satisfy my OCD, even though I guess it's a rather decent S. So it's not all too bad, and not all too skewed, but this will be making concrete, of course. We'll probably need to overclock that once we have the level 2 miner. I'm just going to overclock it now, to be honest, to kind of... Jesus Christ, I don't want to put 3 in there. Just to kind of pre-provision for that, and... it's not going to update now, but I think this should be pulling about 60-ish. So that is fine, and that's going to kind of make all our concrete. Concrete's going to go up there, it's going to go down here, and it's going to go in here, and we're going to make encased industrial steel beams. So that's what they call, well, encased industrial beams. That is nice and fancy and all. This kind of went as expected, to be honest. We are low on steel beams down there, which is probably more due to the slow production and not due to me not having Mark II conveyors right there. I'm going to upgrade to them anyways, because, well, I kind of have the materials now, so why not? But still, that is certainly a bit worrying. Yeah, you can see right here, we're only making 15 a minute, which is like way too little. How much are we pulling in terms of steel? 60 per minute. Wow. So, yeah. That's what we need the Mark II miners for, because we will need way more iron ore here to actually be able to satisfy that. And we probably also need more coal. So we're going to need to upgrade the coal belt, the iron belt, the miners for the coal and the iron. And then we're going to need to push this to the max in terms of an overclock. And then we're going to need to push that to the max in terms of an yeah, so you see, I think, at this point, that this is kind of messy. Because, like, I mean, you got to think, the steel beams are not keeping up with one of these assemblers right now. I'm just about to place a second one that actually pulls steel beams. So maybe we're even going to have to double up on the whole steel production thing, just to make sure we've got enough stuff flowing in. We will see about that. For the time being, I mean, this is all nicely attached. That is not. So I would actually like to quickly take care of that. We're going to just pull this down again real quick. We're going to have a little bit of a quick interruption in our production slots, but that is going to be fine. And we're going to... where's my in here? Can we... Oh, do I really need to have a conveyor right there just to get the alignment indicator? No, I just don't get an alignment indicator. That's always great. This should be the middle, right? Where am I at? Where's the... God. Okay, that is the middle. I'm going to place it there. I hope that is fine. Satisfy the OCD. Very nice. Okay, we're going to push that into there, and we're going to go and satisfy the OCD there as well, and that's going to nicely split all our thingies as intended, and we're going to actually make this a Mark II now, because, you know, it needs to be one. Cool. So, that is nice and fine. And that should that redistribution of steel beams now also taken care of. Now we're going to need some concrete up here, of course, and that means that we need to connect up the limestone from down below. Then we're going to be producing this stuff right here, which, you know, we can at least already connect some of these things up. And, yeah, then we will hopefully get this stuff started. We'll get some encased steel beams, or encased industrial beams, rather. And then we'll get some Mark II miners and actually hope to kind of satisfy our production needs with the increase in mined ore. So a crazy amount of things still on the list as well. I mean, we've also still got stators and motors and other fancy things that we really badly want to produce. So the MEGAFACTOry is going to keep expanding like crazy, and I'm hopefully going to keep satisfying mine and everyone else's OCD with this stuff too. And, well, we're going to be back for more soon. But for today, I'm going to end it off right here. So I hope you all enjoyed it as usual. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon right next to it, to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with that all said, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one very soon. Ciao.